its introduction in 1961, it has been a controversial policy, met with support from the progressive side, who hope to level the playing field, and equally with criticism by the opposition, which views such policy as reverse discriminatory and destructive to meritocracy. The conflict rises from deeply ingrained misconceptions about this policy. The following are a few examples. Myth 1. Race is a determinate and dominant factor in the admissions process. There seems to be a fundamental misunderstanding as to how the admissions process actually works. A student is admitted into a college based on many different qualifications excluding academic achievements, such as their socio-economic status, leadership, and athletic abilities. All of which can influence a counselor's decision, so to say that racial preference in the name of diversity destroys academic meritocracy is incorrect and exaggerated to some extent. Myth 2. Campus diversity is not that important for an effective higher education. Critics acknowledge that having a diverse campus is at most complementary to a good education but hardly necessary. However, a research study done by the National Survey of Student Engagement on 428 different campuses concluded that students in a diverse campus are better prepared for the real world due to their encounters with different people. Therefore, diversity is an integral part of higher education. Myth 3. There are other ways to increase diversity that does not include racial discrimination. Different colleges attempted other method but failed. For example, the University of Texas at Austin has a program in which the top 10% of high school students are automatically admitted. Defenders of Abigail Fisher claim that this was enough to meet the diverse standard of a campus, but in truth the difference is negligible. In another instance, the Michigan Law School decided to exercise socio-economic affirmative action in lieu of racial. However, this also failed because most of the poor applicants, and people in the United States, are white.
Unfortunately, these myths cannot be eliminated because critics and the oppositions value the theoretical logic over the statistical evidence. One thing to consider is that affirmative action is not the problem that needs to be addressed. The problem is the reason why such policies need to exist. The problem is the countless disadvantages faced by the minorities in our country. It is also important to note that the roots of this conflict are a social one and not a political one. Therefore, no laws or policy can fix or reverse this issue over a short period. The ideal approach to level the playing field is to provide the same support to all students.